From our Washington, D.C. bureau, cartels in Mexico are extorting companies doing business there. And because of that, a Texas congressman says you may have to pay more for anything from Mexico. 27 News Washington correspondent Vincente Gonzalez explains.
If you're buying avocados, cars, or anything made in Mexico, Texas Congressman Vincente Gonzalez says you're likely paying more because
there's checkpoints that are set up throughout Mexico that are controlled by Mexican criminal organizations that are taxing commerce.
He says cartels extort companies that do business in Mexico, essentially putting a tariff on Mexican imports.
That is not free trade, in my opinion, and that needs to be addressed.
Pedro Casas from the American Chamber of Commerce in Mexico City says he disagrees.
The cross-border trade is not controlled whatsoever by organized crime.
But he says his organization surveyed companies that trade between the U.S. and Mexico. He says about half say they need to spend between 2 and 10% on security, raising prices.
It is a widespread problem that we need to solve because that's affecting the Mexican economy.
On that, the Texas Democratic congressman agrees.
We've allowed this to fester and grow, and I think President Trump has come in a very aggressive way, hyper-focused on this issue, and I think he should have bipartisan support on this.
President Donald Trump has threatened tariffs against Mexico. He says to try to get them to solve the cartel problem and to stop fentanyl from coming across the border. But experts say that could affect both economies.
We are seeing a slowdown in the appetite for investment on both sides of the border as well.
He says because of trade agreements, something like a car can cross the border 8 to 10 times before it's done, and tariffs would raise prices. But the White House says the goal is
to get people to buy U.S. cars instead of foreign cars so that we create jobs here.
President Trump says 25% tariffs on goods from Mexico will go into effect in April. Working for you in Washington, Vincente Gonzalez, 27 News.